Hey Frank, here's some of the exercises I'd like you to do using the stick and the ball. So as we discussed, I'll go through all of the exercises in a sequence, right? The first one, if you remember, is on with your legs kind of on the ball, right? And then you kind of starting here, your legs flat, and then hands on the tummy. You're pulling your knees towards your chest and back, right? Nice and gentle. There and back, right? Do that a couple of times just to loosen up the lower part of your back, and then you can progress to using a stick. Now there are a few ways you can use the stick here. So you have your legs on the ball, right? You can just rest them there, and then you hold the stick in front of you just like a bench press, and then you're slowly lowering that stick back towards the floor, almost like an overhead press. And back. Just gonna move down a bit so you can see me clearly. So just in this position, you start with the stick in front of you, and then you slowly start to lower that stick close to the ground, almost like an overhead press, and back. You should feel that stretch more on your lats and maybe even at the center of the spine or on the back there, right? After you've done a bunch of those, you could now start moving both the arms and the legs. So for this one, okay, we'll get the ball a bit under our feet there. That would be a starting position. Now you use your legs to pull the ball towards you, and as you do that, you try to move your arms overhead like we did before, and back. Now I don't want you to be too aggressive with this. If you find that you're unable to reach your touch your arms to the floor, just go easy, don't push too much, right? Do what you can, and back, so you can kind of synchronize both those movements together, and back, and again, there, and back. Okay, also we discussed this other exercise where you use the ball to work on that side to side movement, right? So I don't have a yoga block right now, but if you can get a yoga block or a towel and place that between your knees, right? So you squeeze that, and then you place your hands on the side, right? And then you're slowly trying to move your legs to the side as far as you can go comfortably, and back, and then the other side, and back. Remember, I know you had a question where you had this concern that the ball might just kind of, squirt through under your feet. So for that, you want to make sure that you're kind of applying this downward pressure on the ball, right? So that the ball stays nice and snug under your legs as far as you can comfortably. And then the other side. And back. Also with this, if you recall, we discussed about some arm positions. So right now, my arm is kind of down, right? We could do same thing with your palms facing up, and then moving your legs to the side as far as you can go comfortably, and then the other side. If that's a bit too aggressive, start with your arms at about a 45-degree angle with your palms facing down, okay? So start here, get really comfortable in this range, and then you can move your palms facing up, there, and then eventually you can slowly start moving your arms up and even overhead if you can. And this one's going to be definitely way more difficult. All right, give that a shot.